Yesterday, we got some new footage for Jurassic World Rebirth. I was pretty busy yesterday, so I didn't have the chance to talk about it, but I definitely want to talk about it right now. So there are three main moments that are highlighted in this little teaser trailer thing. That being a scene with the Mosasaurus, a scene with the Tyrannosaurus, and the scene with the Distortus, the D-Rex. The Mosasaurus, we get to see it more in action. It looks like it's going to have like more so of a focus this time around. Of course, it's playing like an antagonist this time, which wasn't really the case for the previous trilogy, the Jurassic World trilogy. The Mosasaurus, it always had like its pretty cool and memorable moments, but it never had the chance to take the spotlight and be an actual animal antagonist. It did a little bit in Camp Cretaceous, which of course was really cool. But for the movies, you know, again, it had some cool moments here and there, but it never really cemented itself as an antagonist animal. That seems to be changing right here, as it's being a real nuisance for the boat. Of course, it is huge too. The Dr. Pepper can says that it's about 30.5 meters, which means that it would come out to around 100 feet. That is huge. That is a big mosasaur. Not nearly as big as the Jurassic World, like the previous Jurassic World mosasaur, but still big. I still think that the colors are amazing on this, and I've mentioned this before, but it seems like there's a lot of inspiration taken from modern day humpback whales, and its overall, the way that it jumps out of the water is really reminiscent to that. And also the way that the underside of its body really looks like a humpback whale. A very fascinating route to take, and I'm really interested to see that more on the big screen. We also get a little bit of a close-up of its head, and a little bit of a close-up of its chompers, of its teeth. They seem to jut out a little bit more, and it appears that they are interlocking, which I think is a little bit unfortunate, because, you know, that means that they lack lips, and mosasaurs most likely did have lips, and that's just something that I prefer to see on mosasaurs. Definitely not a deal breaker. I still think that I really like this design, and I think that the quality of the CGI is amazing, and it looks like it's going to have a fantastic moment, but those teeth are just, you know, something that really kind of stand out to me. Again, not a deal breaker, just mostly an observation. The next part was easily my favorite part, that being the Tyrannosaurus Rex scene. So we've known for a while now that the river scene from the original novel, the boat scene, is going to be adapted on the big screen here. And we finally get to see a little bit of that as the Tyrannosaurus is swimming through the water, which is incredibly awesome imagery. We've never really seen the Jurassic franchise T-Rex do something like this, and that is rooted in some realism, as Tyrannosaurus Rex was likely able to swim pretty efficiently. There is some evidence of larger theropods, swimming, as well as the fact that T-Rex and other such dinosaurs had very powerful leg muscles, so it's definitely not outside of the realm of possibility. It was a very terrifying moment in the book, and I'm very excited to see that on the big screen. You know, I think it's going to look so cool. We also see it flip over the raft as it, emerges from the water. And man, this T-Rex design is just beautiful. Each time I see it, I get more and more confident in saying that this is probably my favorite design in the whole franchise. Like, nothing even really comes close. Like, I love the way that the T-Rex looks in the first film, and I love the way that she looks in Dominion because of all that bulk that's added. But this one is just, it has that bulk. It has like really pronounced eyebrow ridges. You can really see the difference in the texture on its snout compared to the rest of its head, the different sized scales. And the colors are just really cool on this one. This is such a cool T-Rex design. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Also, the CGI here just looks fantastic. Also, just like, I keep saying also, but just like the whole setting that we see right here, the background looks amazing with the raft and the T-Rex. This is going to be a fantastic moment in the whole movie. Even if the rest of the movie is something that I'm not a fan of, I kind of feel like I'm just going to love the river, like the raft scene. I think that it's going to be cool. It's just going to be cool. That's really what I can say about it. And then after that, we do have a D-Rex moment. So we get a little bit of like a close-up of its mouth right here, which of course is looking very terrifying. It doesn't seem like it's quite fully grown right here, as I think in the other trailer, there's some moments where it's a lot larger, but it certainly is imposing right now. And I wonder what happened that caused these two to be separated from each other. Like, is it inside the area where the D-Rex was made, or did the D-Rex already escape? And this person's like, I need to close the door and I need to trap you. I'm sorry. Either way, it's really unfortunate for this guy. The D-Rex, as everybody kind of suspected, and I think that it was probably pretty obvious, does use its massive forelimbs to just like grab people. And that's exactly what it does to him. It grabs him, and it seems like it has opposable thumbs and things like that, or at least some dexterity in its fingers. And it kind of like slams him against the glass. We're probably going to get some very terrifying kills with this animal. And what's really cool is I think it was David Kep who said that there's going to be a lot of like, they want you to feel sympathy for the animal too. Like it's constantly in pain, and they want you to feel that in its roar and its sort of actions. So it's probably going to be a very interesting animal to follow. I hope that they really try to make this like an animal, you know, more so than an actual movie monster. I've always been a fan of portraying these creatures as animals more so than anything. I know that there's a lot of people who disagree with me about that, but the Jurassic franchise has always had animals. I don't care what kind of genetic splicing happened to them. They have always still been portrayed as animals. And whenever someone tried to call them a monster in the earlier films, that was always, corrected. Even Alan Grant's quote about them being genetically or like theme park monsters, he changed his mind once he got on the island because he was just salty about the fact that nobody cared about his career anymore. I made a whole video about this. You know, it's something that I'm pretty passionate about because I do genuinely think that the original filmmakers did a good job at portraying these creatures as animals. Obviously, a lot of that started to change with Jurassic Park 3, and of course, even more so in Jurassic World. The Jurassic World franchise, they started to introduce creatures that were a little bit more like monsters in their behavior and just the way that they're presented on screen. It'd be very nice if we have a dinosaur or, dinosaur-esque creature like the D-Rex that looks like a monster, but it's more like an animal, and you get like a little bit of sympathy out of it. That'd be a very interesting angle to take, and one that I would definitely be in favor for. I would love to see that. Only time will tell, of course, but yeah, I'm just hoping that we get something along those lines. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about what we have right now. I'm pretty excited for this movie. I'll also add that the new trailer will be releasing this Tuesday. So I will be doing a breakdown on that trailer as well, and we'll probably get a lot of content out of that because I probably have a lot of things to say about it. But the more I see of this movie, the more excited I get. I've even warmed up to the idea of the D-Rex a little bit more, the more we learn about that. And of course, there's the whole Mutodon thing. I don't know what my official opinions will be after I see the movie because I haven't seen the movie yet. That's exactly how things work. but I'm certainly really interested to see everything that happens. And that T-Rex boat scene is going to be phenomenal. I can already tell you. That quick little shot alone, I don't know what it is about it. I just love the way that it looked. Maybe it's just the T-Rex model paired with the fact that we're going to be getting an iconic scene or an iconic moment from the original book. It just fills my heart with such joy, and I'm very excited to see that in particular. The Mosasaurus is also going to be fantastic to see, and the many other creatures that we'll be witnessing in this movie are going to be also awesome. So yeah, be sure to let me know what you guys think of this quick little TV spot teaser style thing. I'm not too sure what to call it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought down below. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome day.